to spit the dust hard. Oh. God damn, I'm running late. As usual. As usual. I gotta get in the woods, boys. I'm about an hour late. I swear, guys, when you hunt every day. What's up, Joe? Hey, I'll talk to you when I get back out of the mountains, okay? Yeah. Tell you, man, hunting around here is difficult when you climb to the top of these mountains. I'll never leave this place, boy. You bury me in the mountains. Same mountains I was born in, that's where I'll be buried. You take and sprinkle me in the river, I don't even care. Try to do this without getting sweaty. Uphill, uphill, story of my life. Just getting up this driveway is a bitch sometimes. I'm gonna go back in here low today. I'm gonna try to sneak around in here. Try to sneak around in here low. I'm gonna hunt that intersection, that transition, where I missed that spike at. It's not easy, boys. Not around here, it ain't. How many of you get too sweaty? I sure ain't the only one. I gotta doctor this rag up right here. You got all this snow falling, and all this, you know, all these chunks of ice and stuff. All this stuff's falling, making noise. It helps me, because it hides my noise, but you really can't hear nothing, you know. I'm back in here where I missed that spike the other day on Thanksgiving Day. I didn't have time to go to the top, but there's a four-wheeler that's come in the holler today. They're back there now, or they're not. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm going to sit right here where these hollers come together and these roads intersect. And you see me freshen up that rag over there. I'm telling you guys, deer are just like humans, man. They all don't act the same. They got different personalities. Does come in estrus different times. Bucks drop their horns different times. Fawns lose their spots different times. They rut different times. They pre-rut, so on, so on. When the rut kicks in, unless I can pattern a big buck or a group of deer that's coming in an area, I will power hunt. I like sneaking around the roads, and I'll call. I'm an aggressive deer hunter, just like I am fishing. It's starting to pour the snow. We'll see, guys. See, right here's what I hate. These damn four-wheelers. I can't stand that crap, man. That just ruined my whole hunt right there. That killed me right there, boys. He's right out there about 40 or 50 yards around that road right there. He never even seen me, man. I'm gonna sit here. He knows something, or he wouldn't be over here like that. And he lives over there in the holler, and he come around here to there. I must be it good. Okay, guys. I'm right back in here where that guy on that four-wheeler come through here on me yesterday evening. I was in here daylight, but I kind of fell asleep. It's 7:41 Wednesday morning. It's about 25 degrees. It's cold. No wind. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. I don't have time to go back to the top of the mountain today. I gotta go back to Beckley, go to an appointment. You know, some things I can't put off. Because I knew if I went to the top of the mountain and I ended up shooting one, I wouldn't make it back out of here till late. I'm just gonna sit still, see what happens. I'll holler at you in a little bit. It's a good morning to see a giant West Virginia stud looking for love in all the wrong places, baby. Hard for me to sit still. Got all this snow melting out of the trees. It's just making all kinds of racket. I've got 2 hours left. I've been all the way out that road. I've been to the top of the mountain, which is where I wanted to go. I'm gonna take the last 2 hours, and I'm gonna go out through there around. I'm gonna go out around that road out there where Ed hunted that day on Thanksgiving Day and jumped them deer. I can't sit here no more and just listen to all this shit fall out of the trees. It's driving me nuts. So, I'm gonna pack up and ease out that road. My tree stand. We got a deer up here on the hill. I moved out of my spot and then walked 20 yards. And right there's a daggone deer coming off the point feeding. Look right here, guys. A deer up on the hill right above this dude's four-wheeler. Right there's a deer about 50 yards. And the crazy thing, right there's old dude's four-wheeler. He just ain't in here for the hell of it. He knows something. I'm gonna try to sneak up on that deer right there and kill it. See what happens. That's a different deer, fellas. That shit kills me, man. I can't stand that freaking shit, man. I hate that. I hate that. Of course, due to him down there jacking around on that four-wheeler, them deer was on super high alert. They bounced on around the point in a little old flat spot when he pulled out finally. They still hadn't figured out I was there. So I slipped on around the hill after them. Damn. Well, that's how it goes when you got to hunt around lazy people that's got to have a four-wheeler to go 1,000 yards out of road. That dude lives right over here. But he's too sorry to walk his lazy ass around the hill in a level road. If he wouldn't have come out there and started that four-wheeler, and he was watching me. That's why you heard the four-wheeler start and stop and start and stop. He was watching me. I just didn't want to take the camera off of the damn deer. There was 4 or 5 deer in that bunch. And I crawled on my hands and knees 100 yards up this mountain because an old fella down the hill down here needed some deer meat. He needed some groceries. And I was going to kill one of them deer. I could have killed one if he hadn't have done that. I'm going to show you where I come from to sneak up on these deer. Way down the hill, guys. I crawled up this thing to try to get a shot. And if it hadn't been for that four-wheeler, I could have killed one of them deer. Ain't no doubt. They didn't know I was in the world, dudes. They never even looked down the hill. When he started that four-wheeler and started jacking around down there, every one of them was on point looking down the hill. And she got my wind right there, old mama did. These mountains around here in southern West Virginia, they either whoop your punk ass or they'll stouten you up, one of the two. I'm almost 50. Still shit far through these mountains, son. Guys, I apologize for getting a little wound up there earlier. But listen, I don't hunt corn piles. Generally, I won't. Generally, I won't. Late in the season, last week or so, might. I'm not a lazy deer hunter. I'm not going to sit and sit and sit and sit and sit in one spot for multiple hours and days on end just because I seen a couple deer there. I went up here and sat down this morning for about 3 hours. I couldn't hear anything, you know it, okay? So I got up and I snuck around that road out through where Ed was hunting at on Thanksgiving Day. Guess what's sitting there? That damn four-wheeler. Well, he's been going out there. And for him to come in here other evening with only 40 minutes of daylight left, you know, he's either ignorant or he knows something. So I got up, walked around through there, and as soon as I walked by his four-wheeler, I looked up on the hill, there's a deer. I only seen one. I decided to put a stalk on it. I got up the hill, there's another deer. There's another deer. I was 20 yards under those deer. They never knew I was in the world. Them deer hardly ever even looked down the hill. I had the wind in my face up under that point. There's no way they could smell me. Boom! Buh. Boom! Buh. He jacked around there in the road, all 3 of them deer. Whoop. Well, he left. They jumped, they run over the hill or about 20 more yards and went back to feeding. Well, that hurt me, man. You know what I mean? So I kept sneaking. Now, mind you, I crawled 100 yards up that mountainside. Mama Doe picked me off right there the last 25, 30 yards. But guys, listen to me. I'm a power hunter. I'm a power fisherman. I just live my life in power mode, man. I don't mess around. I don't lollygag. This is real bow hunting from a real guy in the mountains of southern West Virginia. There is no cherries here unless you're hunting over a bait pile on private land. This is the way it'll probably be until I can pattern some deer. Now, I might be able to pattern those deer and go up on that point and hang a stand or something. Listen to me, guys. There's a lot of good old boys on YouTube that claims to be good old boys. There's a lot of wannabe and fake-ass people. You're not going to find that here. This is 100% real content from a real man. No clickbait, no bullshit. Just real adventures. I represent you and everybody else that gets up every day and works all the time and can't do anything hardly. Y'all know how it is. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It's took me a year and a half, but I know the 1,000 subscribers I got is better than 10,000 subscribers the rest of these jackasses got. Well, holler at you.
Whitetail bucks and jacked up trucks. It's a hillbilly way of life, where the Guide River meets the mud and the water gets wide.